The SWAC Southern champions just beat Sanford. Beat them 65-53. It was a fun little game for everybody involved. Um, Now, mind you, Southern was shooting at like 40% field goal percentage, 36% 3-point percentage. That was great for them. 64% free throw percentage, but they shot 14 for 22. Sanford had 9 for 9. So they were the more disciplined team in that game. 37 rebounds, 25 of them were defensive, 13 assists. Now, Sanford had better assists. Also had one more defensive rebound. 5 blocks to Sanford's 2. Only had 10 turnovers to. That was a key factor. 34 points in the paint to Sanford's 12. But Southern Jaguars are going to be facing the South Carolina Gamecocks. South Kakalaki. I mean, it's Don Staley's team. If you don't know who Don Staley's team, they won the regular season championship, but they lost in the tournament for SEC, and that's all I cover right now is SEC schools. Don't have time to cover the rest of them. But if you take a look at Southern's record, they actually beat Arizona. Now, mind you, they also lost to Iowa, Iowa State, Ole Miss, UCLA. Well, everybody was losing UCLA. Lost to Washington. Oh, wait, they also beat Houston. So they beat two, not just one, but two Power Four conference teams in Arizona and Houston. Then they lost to Baylor, SMU. They're being coached right now by Carlos Fuentes. Now, this ought to get him some notice. Here's some interesting facts about him. He joined the Southern program in 2005 as an assistant. Was there from 2005 to 2018 just as an assistant after he had been a semi-pro in basketball. And then in 2018, after Sandy Pugh left to go to Prairie View A&M, he got promoted to head coach. Uh, this isn't his first SWAC tournament title. He's gotten the Maggie Dixon Award, which is Rookie Coach of the Year. Two-time SWAC Coach of the Year. Two-time SWAC regular season champion. Four-time SWAC tournament champion. So he knows how to coach. But we're going to take a look at this game by the numbers. I think you pretty much know who's going to win it, but still, you need to take a look at it because this is going to be a game. And it'll, any of you who haven't paid that much attention to South Carolina, this will give you an idea of what's going on. So let's get into it. Before we get into the crux of this video, hit like, hit subscribe if you like college sports, because I do college sports, primarily college football, college women's gymnastics, do a little basketball and other sports on occasion, but that's what I do, college. Also, General Robert Nealon, former University of Tennessee head football coach for decades, had 7 maxims to win any game, but they can also help you if you apply them correctly to your life. The second one is play for and make the breaks. When one comes your way, score. That is a maxim that can be also applied to your life. Look for those breaks and take it. Okay, so talking about Southern, they score 61.8 points a game. They allow 58.9. So only 3 points more than they score. 38.1 field goal percentage. 59.8 free throw percentage. Neither one of them are really good rankings nationally. They're 260th in scoring, 287th in field goal percentage, and 360th in free throw percentage. 31.8 3-point percentage. They only make 4.9 3-points a game. They're 295th in that category. 12.3 assists. Not playing well as a team, but, they played well enough to get the SWAC tournament championship. They make 31.9 defensive rebounds a game. 16 turnovers, though. 3.5 blocked shots. That's not horrible. They steal the ball 11.5 times a game. So their strength is their defense. Demaya Porter, who leads in points and blocks, 20.4 minutes, 9.7 points, 5.1 rebounds, 0.3 assists, 1.1 steals, 1.1 blocks, 1.8 turnovers, 52.9 field goal percentage, but she doesn't do three-pointers, 58.6 free throw percentage. Zariah Hurston, 23.8 minutes, 8 points, 5.3 rebounds, 0.9 assists, 1.4 steals, 0.3 blocks, turns the ball over 2.3 times. 37.1 field goal percentage, 31.1 3-point percentage, and 57% from the free throw line. Jaliyah Reed, 23.6 minutes, 7.8 points, 2.1 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 0.7 steals, 0.1 blocks, 1.1 turnovers, 36.7 field goal percentage, and 35.5 3-point percentage, 79.5 free throw percentage. Jocelyn Tate, who leads in rebounds and steals, and she's a guard leading in rebounds, 20.4 minutes, 7.7 points, 5.6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 0.6 blocks, 2 turnovers a game, 37.8 field goal percentage, and 25% 3-point percentage with 56.7 free throw percentage. I'm looking at this team going, wow. Your Michaela Cunningham leads in assists at 3.7. You got somebody at 2, and everybody else just goes way downhill from there. They're rebounding. Some of them are rebounding decently. I mean, you've got 3 players at over 5 rebounds a game. Few others are doing decent at that. Steals, they're doing not bad at that. One player is 1 blocker over a game. Turnovers, 3 players over 2. Their shooting percentages, though, are horrible. And let's not even talk. And the 3 points, they've got folks that can do 3 points, but I mean, this is going to be an overmatched team right here. Now, let's talk about the 31-3 1 seed South Carolina Gamecocks. Dawn Staley's team, 86.3 points a game. 4th in the nation on that. 57.9 points against them. 50.7 field goal percentage. They're 3rd in the nation on that. 72.2 free throw percentage, 160th. 37.1 3-point percentage, 8th in the nation on that. 6.1 3-points made a game, 180th in that. A little bit of a weak point, but nothing major. 18 assists a game. They're 15th in the nation on that. So they work well as a team. 38 defensive rebounds. They're 11th in the nation on that. Only 12.3 turnovers a game. They're 28th in the nation on that. 6th in the nation on block shots, 6.1. Oh, and 9.5 steals. Not their strongest area, but not anything to be concerned about. Now, Joyce Edwards, one of the best scorers in NCAA women's basketball, and also leads in steals. 30.4 minutes, 19.6 points, 6.3 rebounds, 2.4 assists, 1.7 steals, 1.1 blocks, 2.8 turnovers, though. That's a little high But considering all she does, hey, not going to be concerned about it. 58.7 field goal percentage, 20% 3-point percentage, and 70.1 free throw percentage. Tania Latson. Hey, by the way, just saw something great on Tania Latson and Raven Johnson, the guard. The two of them went to high school together. They were inseparable in high school, but Tania Latson went to Florida State for a couple of years. Raven Johnson wanted Tania Latson to come to South Carolina. Yet now you're getting to see why. Tania Latson, 28.2 minutes, 14.3 points, 2.7 rebounds, 3.5 assists, 1.7 steals, zero point 0.4 blocks, 1.5 turnovers, 49.3 field goal percentage, and 31.9 3-point percentage with 78.3 free throw percentage. Medina Okot, the double-double center that is a beast on both sides of the ball. 24 minutes, 13.4 points, 10.9 rebounds. So she's double-double, just amazing at that. 0.9 assists, 1.4 steals, 1.6 blocks, leads in that, by the way, and in rebounds. 2.2 turnovers, though, but considering all she does, and get this, 57.8 field goal percentage, 45.5 3-point percentage, and 68.8 free throw percentage. So she's a gunner, a center that's a defensive juggernaut. It just, wow. Tessa Johnson, no relation to Raven, 28.3 minutes, 12.9 points, 3.3 rebounds, 2.5 assists, 0.7 steals, 0.3 blocks, 1.4 turnovers, 46.1 field goal percentage, 44.1 3-point percentage, and 81.3 free throw percentage. In other words, she is a gunner. Raven Johnson leads in assists with 5.4. Also, she gives 10.3 points. I mean, oh, and she's a gunner too. 50.6 field goal percentage, 40.2 3-point percentage. This is a team that's got players that can do both sides of the ball. Got 5 players in double digits that do amazing things, and they got some backups that can do some really good things as well. This is South Carolina. This is what Dawn Staley does. She builds teams that can shoot, that can defend, everything. Total package team. Now look, I'm not even going to sugarcoat this. 99% towards South Carolina is what the experts are saying. Southern having 1% chance. I mean, I don't know if y'all saw the men's today, but Duke got taken to the limit by Siena. If you don't, if you're not awake when you're taking a mid-major on, well, you're going to have a problem, especially some of these mid-majors nowadays. I don't think that's going to be a problem for South Carolina. Dawn Staley is hungry. She did not, her team made it to the, as runner-up to the national championship last year. Do you think Dawn Staley's going to play around with it this year? I'm sure she's upset about what happened in the SEC tournament. That's going to fuel this team. The whole Texas thing is probably annoying to Dawn Staley, but she's also using that as fuel. South Carolina. Oh, and then take a look at High Point. Southland Conference team in the men's took down Wisconsin, a Power 4 team. It was a wild day in men's basketball. But women's basketball, rarely do you see surprises. But let me tell you something. Don't count anybody out. And Southern Jaguars they're hungry. What they did in the SWAC tournament showed that they're ready to do something. Um, I'm not saying that they really have a chance. I don't. I'm agreeing with ESPN. It's only a 1% chance that Southern's got a chance. They're not scoring worth a flip. Their defense is not bad, but you know, I wouldn't I wouldn't wait, or I wouldn't play around with them. I'd end this game early, and you can. So, Don Staley, the Gamecocks. Hey, this is gonna be a fun game to see them start out with. Southern Jaguars beating Stanford. Hey, that was great. It really was. I'm glad that they were able to get that win. Carlos Funches, Funches, not sure how to pronounce his name. I will probably hear it during the game. He, deserves all the accolades he gets. The man's done a great job with the team that honestly shouldn't have the what all it gets. It really he's done a great job. This has been Paul with Redneck Sports. Y'all have a good day now. Bye. Hey folks, before you leave, if you're can't become a member via my YouTube channel, which that's for my thinker. I've also got sports. I've got a Patreon. If you really, really want to help me out, I would be much appreciated. But hey, hitting like, hit subscribe, hit commenting, all those things really help me out. Have a good day.